Good morning. This is going to be the Lady Rough Riders versus the Colorado 14ers. It'll be our first time playing them. We're still waiting for refs to show up here so the girls can get on and start warming up. We're going to be on mute for, I don't know, until I don't see anybody. It looks like we have all of our coaches and everybody, but no black and whites yet. So we'll be going on mute here until the refs show up. And right on cue, here they are. All right, here we go. Here's our start of the warm-ups. It looks like we've got 15 skaters. Number 33 is Cora. She'll be our goalie. If I counted right, I believe we're only missing one skater today. Not sure who it is right at the moment. Another 3 minutes on the clock for warm-ups. It's like Colorado 14ers, who will be in the dark jerseys today, have 16 skaters and a goalie. Looks like have a pretty even body count out there for skaters. It's always a good sign. All right, we're down to the final 20 seconds of the warm-ups. Girls are going to clean up, and then we'll get some players on the ice for a face-off here. There's the buzzard for the end of warm-ups. Looks like we'll be having 14-minute periods. All right, here we go. The puck drop here in a second. Looks like we have Sasha and Emily on D. Kat on wing. Mackenzie was doing the face-off. And Haley is the other wing. Sorry, I had to scroll through a list, find names. All right, a bit of a turnover in the neutral zone. 14ers were able to get a centering shot. Cora was able to deflect it down through the center ice. All right, it's out of our zone. Looks like 14ers are going to reset. Hopefully all the girls got a good night's sleep. We had a pretty late practice last night. So whatever the current kids eating Wheaties or whatever it is for energy. And all don't know, some of the kids seem to be drinking coffee at younger ages, so coffee works for them. We're spending a lot of time on our zone. We're back into the neutral zone. We're going to get some change up. Emily is bringing it all the way across the neutral zone, buried it deep behind the net. It's a good move, so we get some fresh skaters on the ice. We've got Harper coming in as center, it looks like, along with Catherine, number 9. Turnover at the blue line. Catherine got it over to Harper. Harper just ripped a shot, and we have our first goal of the morning. Harper put it up at 11:58 in the first period. Excellent way to start out the morning. Fourteeners goalie looked a little bit shocked when she ripped the shot just past the blue line. All right, we got some fresh skaters out there. Evelyn's on D. We have Ann, looks like on wing. Ann's number 6. Amelia is out there. Who else? We have Lindsay. It's number 59. And looks like Georgia, number 75, is also on D, and she is working on trying to get it out. Got taken off her feet on the wall. She just got it out, center red line. Fourteeners are doing some good position-to-position passing here, trying to set up a shot on goal, but their shots continue to go wide. We had Amelia bringing it all the way down to their zone, but we didn't have all of our players down the ice quite yet. Looks like we've got Maddie Benish on the ice now, along with Emily, number 10. Sasha's still out here on D. Emily was able to chip it back in, keeping that blue line safe. All right, we've got what looks like an icing against the 14ers as they dump it all the way across the center red line. So we will be having our first face-off in the 14er zone. We're down to 10 minutes and 11 seconds on the clock. First period. Rough Riders lead the 14ers by 1 goal. Fourteeners are just getting picked off repeatedly. We're all over them. Putting some great pressure on them. Kenzie getting a shot on goal. Got deflected by the 14ers leg pad. Bit of a collision between our D and 14er. Shot on goal by the 14ers. Everybody's falling down. Slippery ice out there today. And another down. And another down. Lots of back and forth, scrambling to see who can get a puck. The 14ers were able to get a shot off, and it got deflected up off Cora's stick, up and over the shoulder. So we now have a tied up game at 8:59 in the first period. Got Harper doing the face-off. She got it back. Looks like we have Georgia and Evelyn back in D. Catherine's out there. Georgia tried to bury it out, but 14ers were able to get a stick on it and keep it in the zone. But Millie out there doing her job, number 45. Ann on wing, pulling 14er against that far wall. Great job, Ann. Millie brought it all the way down into the zone. It's like we're getting some fresh skaters on the ice already. Millie trying to delay that zone transfer out back into the past the blue line. Sasha bearing it down and across. No icing calls. So one of the 14ers must have got a stick on it as it was going across the blue line. Sasha's taking a high shot. The goalie tried to glove it, but it bounced out, and we were right on it for the rebound, and was. But we weren't able to get it in there before got overwhelmed by other players. Sasha got back as the puck dribbled all the way back into our zone. She got it back out. We've got a 2-on-2 here where 14ers were able to get a good shot, but Cora was able to deflect it off out to the far point. That was quite a move by one of the 14ers, number 14, who got that last goal. She had a centering pass to her. She was able to deflect it off like a soccer player and took a shot, but Cora was watching it the whole time and was able to deflect it off. All right. Got McKenzie out there, number 23. He's brought it all the way back, solo into their zone across the center line. Maddie Benish came flying out there like a superhero and was able to stop the 14ers from getting in there and getting back into our zone. 14ers just buried the puck back toward our goal, but it went across the red line, which is an offside. I'm sorry, an icing call. Oh, no, it was an offside. Sorry, it wasn't an icing call. So we're going to have a center ice face-off at 6:01 in the first period. We won the face-off, but it had a bit of heat on it, so it went all the way back behind our goal. We're back in the zone. Evelyn was able to save that blue line. She's back on D with Georgia. Kinsey is center. Workingers were able to drive it all the way along this inside wall. Got a wide shot off. Got Maddie Benish bringing it on this inside wall. Got all the way back to the zone. Puck back behind. All right, we got Ann bringing it in. She was able to get the, she just got a shot off. Maddie Benish is working on putting some pressure on in this close wall. Shot toward goal by the 14ers as they skated pretty fast into our zone. Bit of a scuffle going on against this wall between Emily and one of the other players. All right, we got the puck out of our zone, but it looks like we're going to have no icing call. Good for us. Get some fresh skaters on the ice. Emily driving in on that blue line to hold it. Puck went about 12 feet up into the air. Looks like we've got a offside call against Rough Riders. So we had a player down on the ice as the puck crossed blue line. So we'll have a face-off here right off the edge of the 14er zone. It's like we have Harper back in as center, Millie on wing, Georgia on D, Evelyn on D, and Catherine on the other wing. Georgia all the way behind the 14ers, tried to do a shot toward goal. Harper went in to pick up the trash. Looks like we have another goal at 3:06. That raises up the Rough Riders to be 2-1. Goal by Harper Seifert, number 11. And I think the assist is on Georgia, number 75. Mackenzie is our center. Sasha and Emily pair on D. Kat on wing, and as soon as I see the number, I will tell you the other player on the far wing, far wall. Haley. Sorry. All right, gonna have a face-off in our zone. I missed what or why. Multitasking with one phone in my hand and the other video. Got Sasha bringing it all the way down the ice. Was able to get a shot toward goal, but it went a little bit wide. Emily still holding that blue line back here. She kept it in the zone. Emily just rock star of a wall on that blue line. She just keeps getting it back in there. They were able to get a little bit of heat on that puck, so it was able to get across. 14ers back in our zone. Mackenzie tried to drive it out, but got caught up in this wall. All right. And, well, I thought it was over the blue line. It was right on the edge. Good call by the refs, keeping that puck in play. Emily saving that blue line again. Mackenzie going down into the corner in the 14er zone. Getting backed up by Haley. It's like Lindsay's on the ice now. Evelyn's on D. Sasha's out. Fourteeners were able to get a shot toward goal, but again, it went pretty wide. Corey just watching that puck pass on by over and over. All right, and just got on the ice and got it over the blue line. 14ers in the excitement tried to bury it into the zone and got an offside call as the majority of the players were on the wrong side of that blue line. Amelia doing the face-off, number 64. Lindsay, number 59 on wing, and number 6 on wing. Evelyn and Georgia on D. Georgia's in the process of ruining number 25 on the 14ers' ability to take a shot. We are coming down to the last few seconds of the game. 30 seconds left. I'm sorry, not the game, first period. It's too much fun saying the last of the game. Georgia was able to drive it all the way down along this inside wall. Got a centering pass. Down to 17 seconds as the 14ers get across the neutral zone going into our zone. Number 17 is getting way too much time to get a shot off, but we just collapsed in. All 5 players on one player that she didn't have a chance, and that is the buzzer or the end of the first period. Girls are going to get a pep talk by the coaches. I'm going to go on mute so you can get some silence. All right, here we go. Looks like the refs are getting ready to blow the whistle to get the girls out on the ice. Fun stat, we have 8 shots. Lady Rough Riders have 8 shots on goal to the 14ers 6. Rough Riders are coming into the second period, leading the 14ers 2-1. Looks like we have Harper Seifert on center again. Catherine in this wing. Millie on the far wing. Georgia and Sasha as our D-line this time. We've swapped sides. We won that face-off. We are in the process of getting off into the zone, but we're having just some pickleball going on with the puck here in the center ice. I'm sorry, I shouldn't compare hockey to pickleball. There's no comparison. All right, another turnover, but looks like no icing call on 14ers as there is a lot of sticks involved as they forced it down. 14ers are doing their best to keep it down in our zone. Got Georgia going on the outside wall all the way out of our zone. turnover again, but a 14er that was trying to cherry pick was too far or too deep in our zone and got in offsides. Fresh players out there, Sasha and Emily on D, and on wing, Amelia, number 64, doing center. And I see pink laces, so that must be Lindsay, number 59. 14ers were able to rush it down into our zone. Lots of pressure from 14ers at this point. Got a couple turnovers occurring out there in the center ice. Number 27, 14ers swooped in there between the girls and picked off that puck. We got, I'm not sure who that was. I think it was Sasha, just blew one of the 14ers off her feet in that far back wall. Great job. All right, back across center ice. Ann's putting a lot of pressure on that player. She was able to get in that same number 23, swooped in again. She brought it from center ice all the way back to our goal line. But we were giving her no quarter. And we were able to keep her from even getting a shot off. Back to center ice. Looks like we got Amelia bringing it all the way down. Oh, she tried to get a centering pass for any Rough Rider there, but we weren't able to get to it quick enough. Mackenzie on the heels of number 27, who got a shot on goal. Cora had a rebound off her leg pads, and she pulled it back in with her stick, which looked pretty smooth, and covered it up. Get some fresh skaters on the ice. We have Kat, Evelyn, George is staying in. Sorry, I got a new list for the roster, and I see number 84 out there. Haley, she's not on my other roster, so I just miss out on her name. She's out there. Mackenzie, Georgia, Evelyn. And Kat. All right. We got it all the way back into their zone. No icing call. Mackenzie and Haley were keeping it over in that zone. Georgia was able to pin one of the 14ers. She lost her stick right in front of the Rough Riders bench, keeping it in the zone. She was looking for a shot. She did a chipping shot toward the goalie. It went a little bit wide. She is back holding that blue line. She's got one on her. It's putting quite a bit of pressure. She's got it back behind the 14ers goal line. Fourteeners were able to win it out in the corner from the Rough Riders. They are crossing center ice. Evelyn saying no thank you. She was able to get it out and all the way across, so it's in center ice. Kat was on her heels, and that 14er panicked and dumped it into our zone when a few of her players were still too deep to get out. Another face-off here right in front of the 14ers bench. Looks like we have the Sasha-Emily pair. Harper in at center. Catherine on wing with Emily chipping it in to Catherine. It got turned over right at center ice. 14ers tried to get a shot off a little past the blue line and went way wide. so much pressure on the 14ers. They're just not getting any time to get any valid shots off. All right, we had a turnover at the blue line. We've got Catherine bringing it across center ice. She buried it far deep into the far corner in 14er zone. Got a centering pass to Harper. She tried to get a shot off, but there's a 14er right there. She tried to get a shot. There's a real good pass from one of the 14ers. And, well, there was some great pressure by Sasha. Ruined that shot. Cora was able to cover it up, and we have a face-off. And looks like a everybody but Sasha coming off, and we have Georgia. Sasha is D. Ann's in the corner. Amelia is doing our face-off, and it looks like Lindsay's the other wing. If only I could get all the girls color-coded with, oh, beautiful save by Cora. Color-coded laces and sticks, I could actually not have to look at their numbers. All right, Sasha was able to drive it all the way out across the blue line. 14ers are regrouping, doing a blue line to blue line pass as they get deep into our zone. Shot, heck of a shot by the 14ers. Cora was able to get right in front of it and stop it. We have Georgia going on the outside edge. She has got the speed. She's all the way back into the 14er zone. There's only one on her. She's trying to wrap around / centering pass. We weren't there to take advantage of it, but fantastic effort by Georgia. She goes back deep into the neutral zone to make sure there's no cherry pickers. And it worked out well. She was right there. 14ers did a pass right to her. They tried to snatch the puck from her, but she was able to get it back into the blue zone. Scary, almost too many players on the ice right there as we're changing some fresh players onto the ice. 14ers buried it deep, went all the way to Cora. Oh my gosh. That was close. Cora deflected and tossed the puck out right when one of the 14ers was there. She's trying to keep the puck in play, but at the same time, the 14ers were trying to get it up and away from her into the goal. She won out that battle. So we have a face-off. Lots of love from the skaters on the ice for keeping the 14ers from getting a goal. Great effort. Cora deflecting another shot. That was a good shot. She was able to get another glove on the rebound, and we will have another face-off. We have Mackenzie, Amelia, Evelyn, Kat, and Emily out there on the ice. We're down to 6:36. 14ers were able to win that face-off, and it went all the way out. There was no 14er to keep it in the zone. So we are in deep on their zone. Mackenzie putting tons of pressure back by the goal line in the corner. She's battling out with two of the 14ers. Amelia able to get a shot toward goal, went a little bit wide. A little bit more activity out there between the girls as they try and jockey for position by shoving and pushing each other. Good hockey. We are down to 6:01. Lady Rough Riders lead 14ers by 1 goal, 2-1. Fresh skaters and a face-off happening in the 14er zone. We have Harper on center. Catherine, number 9 on wing. It's like Sasha and like Maddie Benish back on D. Oh, I'm not sure what just happened there, but one of our players lost her edge as a pass went to her. It's all right, worked out. 14ers brought it to our zone. We are able to turn it back around, and we are working on getting some players in deep into their zone as Harper wraps it all the way around from wall to wall. With a bit of a turnover at the blue line, so we are regrouping. Sasha burying it deep, but I think that's going to be an icing call, as no 14er wanted to touch that puck as it went far. All right, fresh skaters. We are doing a face-off in our zone at 5:16, second period. Looks like we have Ann, Evelyn, Georgia, Lindsay, and Amelia. Back and forth as Amelia battles it out right in front of the point. We're trying to get out of the zone, but every time we get our head up to look for an open pass, 14ers are on top of us, interrupting any kind of passes. But in turn, we are doing our best. Georgia is able to drive it past. She is going deep into the zone. It's her and the goalie. Oh, she just set up to chip it up and over, and their goalie came out and smothered the puck. Great job, Georgia. She is looking for that goal this game. We're down to 4:36 on the second period. 14ers have gotten quite a few solid shots on us, so they now lead the Rough Riders on shots on goal. We won the face-off. Emily, as the puck went far back into the neutral zone, Emily went back and got it and passed forward. Emily working on keeping that 14er from maintaining possession of that puck. Had a turnover on the point, shot toward goal, bounced off Cora's shoulder, shrugged it off. Got Sasha driving all the way on this inside wall down into the corner. 14er was able to get to the puck as a turnover just occurred deep in the zone. We have 14ers line up their center and their two wings to do side to side, but the Rough Riders were all right there. Fourteeners were able to get a chipping shot up toward Cora. Got deflected off. I didn't see which player. I think it was Emily who did it. Sasha working on trying to get it out of the zone. It's out of the zone. McKenzie was able to get it back into neutral zone. We're going heavy into this corner. McKenzie buried it to the far corner over to Kat. Some confusion there. 14ers were able to pass it up and over, but Georgia was there to bring it all the way back into the zone. She had 3 on her. It's a tough odds to maintain the puck, but she's able to do it. She tried to get a centering pass, but no luck. 14ers just, which maybe it wasn't the 14ers, buried it deep to our corner zone. Georgia's in the process of getting out, but 4 of the 14ers were there to keep it from getting out of the zone. Chipping pass up and out. Catherine shouldered one of the 14ers out of the way to try and keep it in the neutral zone as we regroup. We got Catherine Harper going into the zone. Catherine battling it out. Lost possession, but was able to hook around faster than the 14ers. Georgia saving our zone. She was able to bury it deep, got it all the way past the red line, up to Harper. Harper has no one in front of her but their goalie. She is looking for that goal. She's going too fast, got past it, and they collapsed in on her on the far side. I think she was going for her left side goalie backhand move. Maddie Benish and Evelyn on D. And on the ice, Amelia. The 14ers got all the way down to our zone and lost possession of the puck as it dribbled to Cora. She covered it up. We have our face-off at 1:14 left in the second period. Rough Riders still lead the 14ers by 1. 14ers won that face-off and got over to a centering pass to the 14ers. They rip a shot off over the right corner of Cora. That was a tough spot. High accuracy. It was a good shot by 14ers. It's a tough one to stop for any goalie. All right, we've got a centering face-off at 1:08 in the second period. We have Amelia, Ann, and Lindsay on our front line. Number 73, Sasha, is on D, back there with Evelyn.
Not toward the middle.
Some good feedback by one of the parents. Please don't pass toward the middle of our zone. It's a good pro tip. Lindsay's battling out. It's like a kick the puck game there as they tried to get it out. 14ers are on that top center point again, and they were able to get a rebound with 18 seconds left on the second period, and were able to chip it in as Cora was recovering from another shot. It's been a rough second period. Fourteeners now lead the Lady Rough Riders 3-2 with 18 seconds left. We won the faceoff. Emily bulldozed right in and chipped it up and over. Oh, Georgia just saving that blue line up to Mackenzie. Mackenzie and Kat trying to get a shot off. And that is the buzzer in the end of the second period. I will give you a break from my commentary for about 60 seconds as the girls get another pep talk going into the third and final period of the game. All right, looks like we're coming into the third period. Girls look motivated. 14 minutes on the clock. Again, the 14ers lead the Lady Rough Riders by 1 goal. It's a 3-2 game. Mackenzie on that point. 14ers are starting out hot. Oh my gosh. Loose puck right in front of Cora. She was just getting smacked by a 14er sticks as she was trying to get to that puck. We have a face-off already in our zone at 13:48.
It's supposed to be this weekend. They were really confident.
Shot toward goal, went a little bit wide. We've got Georgia over in the corner, getting backed up by, I think that's Mackenzie, number 23. Emily backing up Georgia over on D. Looks like we have Kat on wing and all right, we're back in their zone. Sorry, bit of a mental pause there as Kat's battling out, putting pressure on that 14ers. 14ers are looking for an open pass. They're able to slip one through us. Georgia, who loves foot races, won that one and was able to wrap it around up on this inside wall up to Mackenzie. Mackenzie trying to get to that puck. We got a shot toward goal. Cora was able to get a leg pad on it. And another rebound and decided to cover it up to slow that momentum down. Face off, fresh skates on the ice. We have Harper as center, Sasha is D. Millie over here, number 45. It's like Maddie Benish putting some heavy pressure, just getting her stick on that puck over and over. As the 14ers trying to find an open shot. Harper to Catherine. Catherine deflected. No icing. Good call, ref. Maddie keeping it in the zone. Getting up centered. Oh, Catherine and I'm sorry, Millie were just trying to chip it in as we're almost in the crease. Millie, open shot. Oh, got a stick on it and got deflected. In the ideal top of the point. All right, 14ers kind of panicking as they got it through the neutral into our zone. Chipped it pretty deep. They're back behind. Georgia and Sasha reminding them that they're not allowed behind our goal. All right, they got another shot on us, but Cora covered it up. We're going to have a face-off at 11:17 in the third period. Amelia on the center, getting helped out by Lindsay on wing. Maddie Benish on D. Sasha on D. And I'm still missing the other play. And Ann on wing. All right, we were able to get the puck across neutral ice. We're going to have a whistle blow on an icing. Another face-off. Mackenzie is in on center. Evelyn, Kat, Emily. And Haley, number 84. We got some pretty wide open passes. Oh, there's a relay, 14er to 14er, but the puck lost momentum. Cora was on top of it, covered it up. Another face-off in our zone. Too many of these happening. 10:30 left in the third period. Looks like it's the same crew. Oh, 14ers were able to win out that face-off. Dribbled right to Cora, and Cora was able to cover it back up. All right, looks like we're getting some fresh skaters out there. Harper's coming in at center. Georgia on D, Sasha, Catherine, and I'm waiting to see the other number. And Haley, number 45. Bit of a collision out there in the top of our zone between two Rough Riders. 14ers keep doing this relay dance and got another shot from the blue line, and Cora saw it. Flipped it out of the air. One more face-off. This time in the far dot. We're down to the couple seconds in on the 10 minutes left on the clock. Harper won that face-off. 14ers are maintaining possession over there on that far wall. Sasha to Catherine. Catherine's out of our zone. She's lost her skate as she got tangled up with the 14er. 14er was all by herself, and she wasn't able to get it out of the zone before the rest of the Rough Riders got on ice. Now we've got a foot race. Looks like Georgia's trying to cut off and was successful from another shot on goal. Wow. One of the 14ers did a whole back skating thing and checked Georgia into the corner. Georgia, all the way on this close wall, drove it into the 14er zone. She was looking for a centering pass. Ann was right there. So was the 14er, so they had a bit of a battle. 14er was able to wrap it back around the wall. Harper just got on, and she is able to pin it against the wall, battling out in the corner. Back to Sasha. Sasha did a high shot that went a little bit wide. Harper got the relay on a pass in, but it went wide. Sasha tried to catch it on the wall. It got past her. There is an icing on the 14ers. Fresh skaters on the ice. 8:28 left in the game. Face off in the 14er zone. Amelia is handling our center. Maddie Benish on D with Evelyn. And on the far wing, along with Lindsay, number 59. 14ers were able to get that puck. They were able to get a shot toward goal, but it went wide with the pressure that Maddie Benish was putting on her. Evelyn relaying up to Ann. Ann had a player right up against her, so she wasn't able to get it. That relay game going on between the 14ers as they bring it up in front of Cora. A little nerve-wracking. Amelia was able to get a hold of it. She has got one. She lost her edge and went down with the 14 along the wall. Evelyn kept it in the zone once, twice, three times, but the fourth time, 14er was able to get it out. Maddie Benish was there to back up and got it back across the red line, across the blue. We're in the 14er zone. We're down to 7:26 on that clock as we're behind the goal line, trying to get a centering pass. Maddie Benish tried to relay it to Amelia, but 14er was able to get a stick on it before it got to the goal. Lindsay battling out against two up on this far wall as Amelia comes in to back her up. 14ers were able to get it out of the blue zone. Maddie got a hold of it, but was being pressured, and we got an offside call on the Rough Riders with 6:56 left in the game. Fresh skaters on the ice. Sasha, Emily on D, Kat on wing. Haley on the far side with Mackenzie on center. She won that face-off all the way back into the zone already. 14er D was there. D to D, Emily to Sasha, but she got picked off as 14er was right there. 14er tried to get a shot off, got deflected off by Cora's stick. It's very, very quiet in here as everyone just watches the puck dribble across over in a corner. A little nerve-wracking. We got Emily tried to do a side pass, but we couldn't get to it fast enough before getting out of our zone. We have Sasha just got tripped as she was taken out of our zone. Kat trying to get to the puck before the whistle's blown. Possession changed. We have a first penalty call against number 15. She's definitely a physical one on the 14ers side, as she is quite the slasher, but that turned into a trip. Benefit for us, we're on the power play now. Harper, Georgia, Catherine, Emily, and I know there's one more, and Haley. Harper on the face-off in their zone on a power play over to Catherine. Catherine was able to get a stick on it before a 14er was able to bury it deep. Emily's coming back to retrieve it in our zone as a 14er was on her. She relayed it up. Harper's on it. She's got one to beat. She passes over to Catherine. It went a little bit too wide. 14ers were able to regroup and put on heavy D. Harper putting pressure on them, forcing them to do a bad pass. Emily's coming in, coming up to the point. She gets a shot off. The goalie was able to cover up as Harper came in for that rebound. We're down to 5:36 on a power play. We have a minute and 27 seconds with one skater up. Harper won that faceoff, hit Catherine. Catherine got it over to Emily. Emily back to Catherine. Back to Emily. Oh, Emily got a chipping shot. Went high over the goalie's head. Over to Haley, but a 14er got a stick on it. So it's Georgia on the ice now with Emily. Well, I guess she never came off. Georgia bring it all the way back into the zone. She's got 3 on her. Harper and Haley are ready for the rebound. The 14er had one player back there that was quicker on the stick. 45 seconds left on that clock. They are short on a player, which worked out to our benefit, so we are controlling it. Great pass to Harper. Harper's got 2, and the goalie couldn't get an open shot on that great pass from Haley. 14ers buried it deep into our zone again. Georgia is bringing it up. Went from the wall to center ice through the legs. She's just dangling all over the place. That was fantastic. She got taken off her skate. Got Emily off. Catherine off. Maddie Benish bringing it into the zone with Mackenzie, Haley, and Evelyn in on D also with Maddie Benish. I think that's Haley. 14ers are in our zone. Power play is over. We have 5-on-5 skaters as Mackenzie works on getting that puck up to another Rough Rider so we can get out of our zone. That's too much heat on that puck. We're going to have an icing call. No icing call. All right. Benefit Rough Riders. Maddie Benish keeping it in the zone. I'm not sure who got that shot off, but it went right to the 14ers goalie. We have 3:25 left in this third period. 14ers lead Lady Rough Riders. Currently, it's 24 shots on goal with the 14ers. Way too many to our 14 shots on goal. Amelia doing the face-off. She got it over to Lindsay. Lindsay back to Sasha. Sasha getting a wide shot. Ann was quick to get it over into that corner and get possession again. Back to Sasha. Sasha getting another shot. And a deflection off Ann. Sasha to Ann. We have a tied game with 3:10 left. That looked exactly like practice. That was beautiful. That is worth a replay. All right, we got, it should have been an offside on Rough Riders. Refs did not call it. We've got a foot race. Sasha to Ann, deflected it in. So we're giving the update for all the parents on text who can't watch the game. All right, we got an icing call on the Rough Riders with 2:36, tied up game. Fresh skaters coming on the ice for both teams. Haley, Harper, Georgia, Maddie Benish, and Catherine. Georgia going on the outside wall. She relays it up, but I see a hand on a ref, so that is going to be an icing call against the Rough Riders. We're down to 2:21 in the third period. Haley and Catherine were already down in that zone trying to get to that puck before it got turned over for an icing. Face off. Harper won that face off. Up to Georgia. Georgia's going center ice. Backed up with Haley on the far right. She cut back. She's looking for a pass. But there was a turnover at the blue line. As we play catch up, Cora stopped that. Good job. Harper is taking it on the outside wall, trying to get it out of the zone. It is out of that zone. 14ers decide to bury it into their own zone since they couldn't get on sides fast enough to maintain possession. It worked out well for them. They were able to bring it across center ice all the way back behind our zone. Sasha working on keeping it away. They did another centering shot. This is where they've taken almost all their shots from. Harper got in the face of the shooter, kept him from getting a clean shot off, went high. All right, we are looking at, no icing. Fantastic. Harper is hot on that 14ers side. They buried it from their zone down the ice, but it slowed down so much from all the snow on the ice. Shot toward the goal. Cora caught it with a leg pad and then gloved it. We have a 1:02 left on the clock with it tied up. All right, we got some fresh players on. Mackenzie in on center ice with a 1:02 left. Sasha, Kat, Evelyn, and somebody else. I can't see their. All right, we've got some back and forth going on in our zone. 14ers are trying to do that relay dance again. Clock ran long, didn't get on it quick enough, so we lost a couple seconds there, but Cora gloved it. Another face-off with 49 seconds left on that clock. 14ers did a backhand shot, but it went wide. 36 seconds left. 14ers got it at the edge of the goal line. They're centering the shot. Rough Riders are all over right in front of Cora. All right. They tried to get another shot off. Mackenzie was right there, and it bounced off of her pads as she brought it out to the neutral zone with the final 15 seconds on this clock. Kat's down here battling out with two of the 14ers. Sasha buried it deep into their zone with 5 seconds left. Shot toward goal. Their goalie covered it up with 2.8 seconds left on the clock. Darn it. All right, we're getting in. Looks like a couple skaters. Looks like we've got timeout, Lady Rough Riders, as the coach is giving them the master plan so we can do what we do best, win games. .8 seconds is a tough clock to beat there with a face-off, get a shot on goal. So there's some magic's going to have to happen. Rough Riders sound amped up though and ready. It's like we have Catherine, Georgia, Harper, Mackenzie, lots and lots of shooters. We've got one more. We've got an open net. It's like Amelia. And that is 2.8 seconds. We had an open net pushing our advantage, being in their zone. No luck. That is our game. 3-3. Girls giving the love to Cora. She stopped a lot of shots on goal. There was 27 shots on goal that got recorded. There may have been more there. We're going to have the fist bumps and good jobs and good games between the two teams. And then that will be the end of our stream. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.